Hi, Mikel. You talked a bit earlier about Jurgen Klopp transforming the energy of Liverpool as the sort of secrets of their success. Was that the first test that you've had to do as manager at Arsenal?
Well, it was one of the main things, obviously, because when I took the job, there were a lot of difficulties on that sense, but we had one even bigger that we never expected, that our stadiums were going to be empty for the next 18 months. So then that intention became impossible to achieve. But now I really see a big change, and the impact that has on the team and the performances of the players, it's huge. And we can see that every time we are playing at the Emirates, when we're playing away from home, because the support that we are getting just raises the level of our team.
Has part of that been, I mean, you've had quite a big clear out this year. A lot of players have left, a lot of experienced players who are possibly a bit jaded, maybe didn't have quite the enthusiasm that you were looking for. Has that been bringing these kids in? Has that given you a sort of new level of sort of enthusiasm for the job?
The decisions that we made were for two reasons. One, because we wanted a healthy, competitive and a winning mentality dressing room. That's first. And the second one, because we wanted to increase the quality and the specificity of the players and the team that we want to play in our game model. And based on that, we made a decision, whether they are 20, 23 or 33. We have some good examples of the senior players that we have, that they keep performing. They are hugely important for the team, and they contribute to what we want to do in a big way. But those decisions were based on those two factors.
Just fine. I mean, were you not worried though, with such a young team? You're the youngest manager. You've got the youngest team in the league. Are you not worried that so much expectation has been putting on so much inexperience?
It's, again, we cannot change. For me, it's not about the age of the player, whether it's 19, 20 or 21, and whether he can cope. It's the age of the group that we have now in my hand. They haven't experienced anything. They've been together for 2.5, 3 months since we closed the window. The group doesn't have experience. The experience that they are living now, they've been quite positive since they all come together, but this needs maturity, and hopefully that would come. But we cannot expect how they're going to react, because they haven't experienced it before. So it's not about the individual, it's more as a group, what we can achieve.
But people now maybe getting a bit carried away and talking about top 4, which probably nobody was at the start of the season. Can this group handle that sort of pressure?
For me, this is positive. That means that there is excitement, that they want to push us, and this club is about being the best, not even being 4th. So that mentality and that drive, it's because of our history, and that history has to be all the time present to achieve the biggest targets. Because if not, you don't have the mentality to play for this club. And that's the demands. Whether you can achieve it or not, we will see what we can do. But the level and the objective has to be always the highest.
Thank you. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Mark.
Cheers, Mark. We'll move finally to Sandy from the Telegraph.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Just continuing that theme briefly on the youth of the team. Do you have to expect that there will be dips in form and maybe a couple of disappointing days against big teams, but focus on the underlying long-term trajectory more, and just accept because of the youth there will be difficult days?
It can happen, maybe no, but there's no guarantee that it's not going to happen with another profile of a player, because it has happened. So it's what we have, and we will try to prepare the team the best possible way, individually and collectively, so it doesn't happen. And when it happens, it's part of any process, is part of any team in the world, not just Arsenal, but anybody that is going to have these moments. And you have to be prepared and have the capacity to look further and maintain all the things that the team is doing well.
It was this time last year when the collapse in form and the difficult sort of period really begun. How confident are you, and how different is the mood now and the atmosphere now at the club, that if that would happen again, you wouldn't slide the way that it did last year?
I don't know, a year ago things were different, and it's difficult to expect what is going to happen. But what we want is that have the positive mindset all the time to look forward we really believe that things are going to go our way and in the way that we want, and focus on that.
In what ways is it different now behind the scenes in terms of the atmosphere and the mood? And
well, obviously the world is changed now. Everything is more open. We have fans in our stadium. We have much more normality around our place. Obviously the team is changed, the squad is changed massively, and it's just a different context now, Sam.
Yeah, and just on the English players and the English spine you've got with Aaron, Ben, Bukayo and Emil, does it matter that they're English or British? Is that an extra advantage, or could they be French and it wouldn't matter? What difference does that make, if at all?
Well, we are an English club, and we have now a lot of academy players as well, and homegrown players and English players. And I think that you have to respect that core, those values, and that history as well. But that mixture and that multicultural team that we have in many aspects is very, very beneficial and very necessary as well in modern football.
And just lastly, Mikel, since Boxing Day last year, Arsenal have got the 4th most points of any team in the Premier League. And that's 35 games, so pretty much a full season. No one seems to be talking about you in that context of being in the top 4 necessarily, but how aware are you of that underlying progress, and how much belief does that give the team that actually you're not that far off?
And that shows that that if you break the calendar in a different way, will be challenging in those positions. So we have the quality and we can show consistency there. It's where we have shown the consistency in those moments that hasn't been good enough not to be there. And this is the challenge that we have, and where the improvement has to come.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you.